Hey kids, it's me, Toni Homeperm, the singing diva of Long Island. Welcome to my channel where I like to take an eyeshadow palette and create what I hope will be a fabulous drag look from it. Today I am using SheGlam's Spontaneous Sagittarius palette, and the reason I wanted to start with this one is because, well, I am a Sagittarius. That's right, I was born in December and I am a Sagittarius. And I said, I have to do it. I have to try this palette out. Now, I did want to just mention BH Cosmetics. They made a bit of a splash this year. They had their monthly palettes that they came out with starting in January. And I avoided them, mainly because they were releasing them month by month. And of course, they started with January, and December was not coming out till like a year later. So I was just like, well, I feel slighted. I mean, you know, my month is like dead last, so I don't know what that palette's gonna look like. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. Spoiler alert, when they did release the pictures of it, I fell in love with the color scheme, and so I went ahead and ordered it. But sorry about that. The phone rang, and I lost my train of thought. But anyway, as I was saying, I had to wait for this month to see what the BH Cosmetics palette was, and I did really like it, so I ended up ordering it. And the upside to that was that it was already on sale. They were only charging, I think, $4.50 for it. And so I ordered it, and I ordered a couple other of the past months that were also now only like $4.50. So I guess in the long run, it paid off. But I was so happy to see that SheGlam came out with these Zodiac palettes in December, so I didn't have to wait a whole year to see what my palette was going to look like, which is what I had to do with BH Cosmetics. I had to wait like the whole year to see if I was going to like the December palette. But anyway, when I saw these little palettes from SheGlam advertised, I thought they looked really beautiful. Beautiful packaging, and when we open it up, here is the inside. Really beautiful design. Square palettes, and then those 1, 2, 3, 4, those I forget what that name of that shape is. Sextagon, because there's 6 sides. I don't know. I was never any good at geometry. But these are the palettes, but these are the pans, and this is the color story. And especially for December, I mean, I love purple. I mean, I think you can see that. And I said, oh, I have to get it. And I actually ended up ordering a few of the other months. And I didn't order them all at first. But when I got the ones that I did order in and I started swatching, I was like, wow, these are really swatching amazing. And I believe they were only $6. And after I swatched all of them and knew I was going to be doing a video with each one, I said, you know what? I think I'm just going to order the whole set. So I think I actually had gotten an email from SheGlam, and they said if I ordered on the app, if I used the app, the Shein app, to order, I got a discount, and plus there was free shipping. So I got the others at like a great deal. And I mean, $6 for a palette is, I mean, really, what is that? That's almost nothing. So yeah, so I ended up I'm gonna have the whole complete collection, and I'm probably gonna do a video in each month using that month's palette. And of course, it's nice. I get to start with December, my month. I'm not left out in the cold for a change. Now, I do want to show you the swatches, so let me throw those right up on the screen. Okay, so here we go. The first matte is a sort of a light lavender called Humor. I think humor is important for a Sagittarian. And for a sort of a pastel, very, very pigmented. Then we have Straight Shooter, a darker lavender matte. And yeah, I guess we Sagittarians are straight shooters. Then we have Risk Taker, which is a purple shimmer, a really, really beautiful shimmer. Then is Optimism, which is a purple, well, it's a purple and sort of electric blue glitter. Then we have Wanderlust, which is more of like a deep grape matte. Then we have Jupiter, which is kind of a lackluster shimmer. That one just not the greatest color in the palette. Then we have Explorer, which is this beautiful, deep, dark, rich purple, almost burgundy. Probably the best matte in this palette. And then we have Wild and Free, which is this beautiful silvery purple shimmer, and actually with a little bit of pink in it. It's really beautiful. More of a topper shade than like a real opaque shimmer, but was extremely useful in creating this look. So those were the swatches, and as I was saying, when I first swatched this palette, and it was the first one that I swatched, I was like, wow, this is really, really good. And I then went ahead and I swatched the other palettes that I had from the collection, also all really, really good. And that's why I said, you know what, I need to order the rest of this collection. And I did get the entire collection, and I got that second batch at a really great price. So if you're interested, I would say put the Shein app on your phone and go to Beauty, and I think they automatically give you like a coupon for when you're making your first order. And I don't get anything from that, so just so you know, I don't have an affiliate or anything like that. I don't have any kind of affiliate or codes or anything like that. I got nothing. You hear me? I got nothing. But if you are interested in getting it, I just offering my advice and recommending that you get the app and order. That way you'll get a discount on it. Now, if these kinds of videos interest you, where I take a palette and I create a great drag look, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and you can do that very easily by just hitting the subscribe button down below. You know you want to, so go ahead and do it. So without any further ado, I'm going to roll the camera back in time and show you how I created what I like to think of as a sassy Sagittarian look using the SheGlam Spontaneous Sagittarius palette. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. I have done my base foundation, glued the eyebrows down, drew new eyebrows. I'm trying out a new technique with my eyebrows where I'm sort of spreading them out a little bit more, giving myself a little more space like in here. Eyebrows are just probably one of the most difficult things about doing drag, and really I feel like that's one of the hallmarks of when you see a drag queen, depending on how good their eyebrows are, is kind of the barometer of the measure of their makeup abilities. So, and believe me, I have struggled and struggled and struggled. When I first started doing eyebrows, my eyebrows were hideous, hideous. I have this one picture. I think it was only about the second or third time that I was doing my eyebrows, and they were just horrible. I look at it now and I'm like, I feel like I looked like a Klingon. I really did. I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's one of the Klingon sisters from Star Trek Next Generation. I don't know if I was Lursa or Betor, but I was definitely one of them. But okay, these are the eyebrows we have today. Are they perfect? No. Are they close enough? Yeah, yeah. So I'm happy with them. Okay, so as you know, we're using the SheGlam Sagittarius palette. Actually, it's Spontaneous Sagittarius. I am Sagittarius. I've never really thought of myself as spontaneous, though, so I don't know. But this is the beautiful purple color story of Sagittarius. I mean, that is one thing as a Sagittarius. I do love purple. Love purple. I've always loved purple for my drag makeup. So, okay, we're just gonna do a look, and it's got this beautiful dark color in here, Explorer. So that's going to be the basis, I think, of doing the wing and the inside of the crease, because I think that's going to give a really nice. It's going to give some nice definition to when I cut the crease. So let's see what happens. A lot of kickback. A lot of kickback, but that's okay. I don't mind kickback as long as we've got pigmentation. And we do. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that depth and color. Wow. And this was, I think it was only a $6 palette. Look at that. Look at that. I think we're on our way to actually having a nice smoky drag look. I think I'm just going to switch to a little bit of a smaller brush. Okay, that is really good pigmentation. Really good. I'm really surprised. I really am. You know, there've been a lot of reviews on SheGlam products, and I think they've been sort of hit or miss. But this is really good. This is really good. All right, so let me do the same on the other side. Okay, I put Explorer down on the other side, and that's really good. It's really good. Really, so much pigmentation and not patchy. I mean, literally, if I wanted to, I could do a look with just this one color. Just, you know, blend it out, cut the crease with a white, you know, or throw a white shimmer on the lid, a little bit of liner and a lash, and I would have a wearable drag look for going on stage. I mean, that's how good this one shadow is. Okay, so let's blend Explorer out with some of Wanderlust, this purple. Let's see what that does. Okay, I do want to say there is like a lot of kickback in the pan. So, you know, maybe that bothers you. It does not bother me, as long as I'm getting a lot of pigmentation and color payoff. I don't care that there's kickback in the pan. I may have some fallout too. You may want to do your eye makeup first before doing your base foundation. For me, it doesn't really matter that much because I just keep throwing more makeup on. That's what you do with drag. The more makeup, the better. Okay. Again, great, great pigmentation on that color too. I'm, I'm a little shook. Okay, let's do the same on this side. Okay, I can't say anything bad about those mattes. The only thing I will say is if you don't like a shadow that has kickback in the pan, then maybe you won't like them. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I'd rather there be kickback and, you know, a great color payoff like this than it to be really hard pressed in the pan and you can't get it on the brush and it's chalky, you know. So I'm just going to blend the edges of Wanderlust out a little bit. And actually you can see some of the, I think you might be able to see some of the fallout on the palette, but, you know, so what? So let's go in with this color Humor. Okay, that blended that out nicely. I think I'm just going to do the same on this side. And I think I'm just going to cut the crease. I don't think I really need to do anything more. A little touching up maybe. Okay, I'm back. I cut my crease and I have to say, this looks really good. I love when I'm able to get like a really defined crease, and the only way to do that is if I have a shadow down that's dark enough to give me that definition. I am really shook at the depth of the pigmentation on this little palette. I really am. This is amazing for a $6 palette. Okay, so do want to soften up this edge, so I thought I'd go in with some of this color, Straight Shooter, on that outside edge, just to sort of do some blending. And let's take a bit of a flat brush and just sort of do some feathering here. May have to go back in with some Explorer when we're touching up, but that's okay. Okay, I was kind of debating what to do, but I think I am going to take some of the lightest matte, this color Humor, and I'm gonna set that down over the white. Okay, I like that, but I think we are going to take it up a notch. What I think I'm gonna do is just make a thin line and put some of this glitter on it, and that's the color Optimism. how, how apropos, Optimism, because I'm trying to be optimistic that that will give me a good result. So let's take some of our, what are we going to use for that? Okay, I think I'm going to use some of my Fiorne Pixie epoxy to do a thin line. and we'll put the glitter on top of that. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? Okay, I set down the Pixie Epoxy and let's see what happens. Okay, it's beautifully reflective. I just don't know if I'm happy with my application, but what are you gonna do? I think we're just gonna have to live with it. So all right, let me do the same on the other side, and we'll see what happens after that. Okay, I'm back. I finished doing the glitter, and I ended up doing a little bit more of it than I thought I was, just because I just felt like I needed to do that in order to make the look work. So it's not just a little line. I've got, some blended out at the edges. But I think it gives a really beautiful effect when I turn my head and you see it reflecting. So I can't say that I'm unhappy with it. So there is that. And as always, be very careful whenever you use glitter on or near your eye. Okay? I'm probably, I'm doing this at my own risk. Don't do what I do what I say. There you go. Okay, so the only thing really left to do on the eye look is the under eye. And we're just going to go in with some of the colors that we used on top. Starting with Explorer, that really beautiful, deep, dark, almost black purple. Just putting that in at the very edge. Putting that in at the outside edge is going to help create the illusion that I have a far more snatched eye than I do in reality. And some of Wanderlust. And then some of Humor, the really light purple. You know what, I think I'm also going to try, just for the fun of it, I'm going to take a little bit of Wild and Free, this really light shimmer. I'm just going to put it on the inner corner. Let's just see what happens. I'm not seeing much with that. Okay, you know what? We're gonna put that on a little bit wet. And I'm gonna use some of my own homemade setting spray that I concocted. I got really tired of paying for these little bottles of setting spray and going through them like crazy. So I decided to just cobble up a little bit of my own. Yeah, that definitely works a little better, wetting it. So let me do the same on the other side. Okay, I like that. The under eye's done. Really, there's not much more for me to do than to just finish up the look. So I'm gonna hop off camera and complete the look. And when we come back, I will have a completed drag look for you to see. And there we'll have it. Be right back. And we're back. And here it is, the finished drag look. I had to get a little bit further away from the camera than usual because our hair is extremely high, but as they say, the higher the hair, the closer to God. So that's why I'm sitting a little bit further back than normal, just so I can get all the hair in. And I don't even know if I think part of it's very tippy top, maybe getting cut off, but oh well. Here it is, the finished drag look, and I have to say that I really love how this look came out, especially the eye makeup. I really do. Now, of course, as always, I want to let you know what I did to complete the look. So, of course, there was my normal drag contouring and highlighting. I used my Chaotic Cosmetics Bang & Blush palette for blush, and today I went in with this pink color called Pinch Me, and I put a little bit on the nose because I'm doing a music video for Winter Wonderland, and I just wanted to give a little bit of that look of when you're outside in the snow, walking in the snow, and you know your cheeks get that rosy flush, and your nose a little bit. So it was just a little bit. I don't even know if it's showing up on camera, but oh well, I know it's there. And as far as my cheek highlight, I actually went back into the Sagittarius palette, and I used this color Wild and Free. I love it. I just love how that looks. And that little bit of glitter on the eye that, you know, shows up when the light reflects, I really love it. I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with how it came out. As far as my lip, I used my Chaotic Cosmetics liquid lip in the color Hyper Crush. It's a purple, and I wanted to zhuzh it a little bit, so I went back to the palette, and I used some of the color Risk Taker, this beautiful purple shimmer, and put a little bit of Wild and Free on top of it, and I'm really happy with the look. I'm really so happy with how this completed look came out. So now my final thoughts on this SheGlam Spontaneous Sagittarius palette. Well, I have to say, I'm shocked. For a $6 palette, I am overwhelmed and astounded with how good this look came out. The shadows are so good, especially the mattes. This really dark color Explorer, I mean, it gave me everything I needed to really make a great look. When you have like a really intense, dark pigmented matte like this, especially for a drag look or smoky look, I mean, there's almost no way that you can go wrong. And the shimmers, they're okay. They're not the greatest shimmers in the world, but the other mattes were also really good. And the glitter, I'm not unhappy with it. It really gave a little bit of extra pop and sizzle to the look. So overall, I have to say, I'm just overwhelmed with how good this is. I'm in shock. I really am. I do have to say, I'm very excited to be doing looks with all the other Zodiac palettes from this collection. But of course, I had to start with Sagittarius because I am a Sagittarius and we're in December, and this is when all Sagittarians are born. So that's why I was so happy to start with this one. And I am just really, really, really happy with this look. So, of course, I have to tell you, you all want to know, is it drag worthy? Is it Toni HomePerm approved? Yes, it is drag worthy. Most notably because the mattes are so good in this. When you have really good mattes, it's so easy to make a really fabulous drag look. And I mean, I did some extra work and, a little bit of this and some zhuzhing and all this, but I could have easily just used one or two mattes, cut the crease, white on it, a little liner, big lash, and I would have had a great drag look. Ooh, did I just have a sneeze? Of course, I went the extra mile and did some, more creative work because I really wanted to play with as much of the palette as possible. The only color I don't think I used was this shimmer Jupiter. It just didn't get used. I'm sure I could have incorporated it, but I'm not mad about not using it. I'm really happy with how the look came out with all the other colors that I did use. So of course, the question is it drag worthy? Is it Toni HomePerm approved? And yes, it is a drag worthy palette. I can't say enough good things about the mattes. They really are very pigmented, very blendable. The only thing I will point out is they do have quite a bit of kickback in the pan, but that doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, then you may not want to get the palette. But for me, not an issue. I love how this look came out. I really do. So happy with it. Having had such success today with the Sassy Sagittarius palette, I cannot wait to do looks with all the other palettes in the collection. Now, if you liked this video, please hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more videos like this from me, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get alerted every time a new one of these videos comes out. And you can also catch me on my twice-a-month show, Naughty or Nice, that I do with the horror diva, Alexis Flame. All the details for that are listed down below. And then, of course, there is my weekly podcast, God'll Get You for That, Walter, which is the podcast that I do with Tom Cat, where we watch episodes of the 1970s sitcom Maude, and we review them for you and make jokes, have some laughs, discuss the relevancy, and just have a good time for an hour. All the details for that also listed down below. So that is everything I wanted to tell you about the SheGlam Sassy Sagittarius palette. So I am really happy with this look, and I think it's going to work out really great for the little music video that I'm doing for the holiday season. And I can't wait to see you all again on my next video. So until then, bye-bye.